Hi, my name is Jonathan Carroll. I'm here at Spearfish Park here in Spearfish, South Dakota. And shortly, I'm going to be interviewing Frank Pavich. He's the founder of Black Hills Nationals, and he's also a college and high school wrestling referee here in the Black Hills. He's reffed a lot of my matches, and he may have reffed some of your matches if you wrestled here in the Black Hills. I remember growing up as an AAU wrestler and a high school wrestler, and watching the senior masters divisions. And one of my coaches, actually Coach Kessler, my high school coach, wrestled Darren Heisinger. Not that you need to know the name, but I remember that as a youth seeing that, and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. But I was fortunate to watch Black Hills Nationals last year. I was helping Frank photograph some of the event, and I got to watch my younger brother wrestle in the senior masters division, and it looked like a lot of fun. So this year I'm actually going to be wrestling in it. And to any of you who got old guy, I mean, we call it senior masters division, but it's really just the old people's division. And one of the reasons I want to wrestle in it is, well, I started coaching here in AAU wrestling a couple years ago. This is my second year. I coach in Whitewood, a small town here in the Black Hills. And one of the other coaches is actually going to be participating in it too. But I just remember those memories that I had of a kid watching my coach wrestle, and I thought, you know what? Not only do I want to do that because it's fun, and it looked like fun last year, and everybody was having a fun time doing it, but it's also to show the kids as an example of, you know, of our love for the sport. And I run quite a bit, so I might be in fairly decent shape, but you don't have to be in good shape. I think the periods are 2 1.5-minute periods. And what I saw from last year, yeah, you were gassing at the end, and who cares if you win or lose or whatever? It's just go out there, have a good time, and connect with old friends, and do it through the sport of wrestling. But anyways, Frank, come on over. Thanks.
The thing about wrestling, you know, people wrestle for the love of the sport. They don't wrestle because they aspire to be a professional or anything like that. They wrestle for the love of the sport, and that's what's great. And that's what you see in this camaraderie with people that come back to wrestle in the seniors and the masters division. Jake? All right. It gives people an opportunity that are out of high school, that have wrestled, or out of college. It gives them an opportunity to compete and wrestle again. We have a senior division, which is 19 to 29-year-olds. We have a master's division that's 30 and over. These are both amusing divisions. You don't really have to be in shape to enter this. Everybody's kind of in the same boat. So it gives a lot of people a lot of opportunity to see old friends and make new friends as well. A long time ago, I used to hold the Old Timers Wrestling Tournament up in Lead and Deadwood. These were tournaments that were really a lot of fun and used to bring out a ton of people. I think one year we had about 130 people enter this, and it was great. I mean, I wrestled in it. My weight group had 17 competitors, and it was all you wanted for a day, but it was a lot of fun and a lot of camaraderie. People that you used to wrestle against, people you used to see, people that you see I'm a wrestling official, so I see a lot of the people and the general public at wrestling matches. But it was a great time, and we just expanded upon it, and that's why we have a senior and master division with the Black Hills Nationals. Well, all kinds of people, Jonathan. I mean, from former high school wrestlers from last year to guys that have been out of wrestling for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. All walks of life. I mean, we had a pretty solid 197-pound division in the seniors division last year. I think we had nine competitors in that weight class. My son wrestled in it. He wrestled your brother in it. And BJ Padden ended up winning that division. And it was just great to see all of the former competitors come in there and participate. The senior division, we have 3 1.5-minute periods. So they're not 2-minute periods or 1.5-minute periods, which really help. The masters division, you have 2 1.5-minute periods, both from your feet. And it's really... It's less exerting, but it still does challenge you. But you don't, I mean, if you haven't been training, You're going to feel a little bit, but you don't have to be in shape to do this. Plenty of people just come in off the street, just see what they got. Just seeing the old competition come in, just seeing the guys that I had the opportunity to wrestle against or referee, it's really a great division because a lot of these guys are coaches giving back to youth, and they're wrestling because of for an example. And I'll give you an example of that. One, Mr. Jonathan Carroll. I understand that you're going to wrestle in it this year, and you're a coach for the Whitewood Wrestling Club. And that's what I like most about this division is people that take stock in ownership, they take stock in leadership, they lead by example, and they show their kids that they're going to participate as well. It's an AAU sanctioned sponsored event, and you need an AAU card, and you can go to aau.org or aausports.org to get that. And then just go to bhnationals.com and enter it. Everything's online. You can actually enter the day of weigh-ins. I think it costs $10 more to do so, but you can do that. Yeah, actually, I've gotten calls from different masters, and they're already registered. I got a call from a guy from Oxnard, California, who's bringing a couple guys out. A guy from Florida, who's coming up. They're all masters wrestlers. They're bringing kids up as well. Both guys are. And then I have a guy from New York coming out that is a master. Guy from Paducah, Kentucky. So the Masters division is definitely live and well, and there's a lot of people from around the country that look for competition like this. They look to see if they can still find events to wrestle in.